By the end of this story, everything would change. In a moment, I went from being escorted out of the building by security to getting a groveling apology and an invitation to come back to work. But first, let me tell you how it all started. So, we're talking 99 here. Back when pagers were still a thing, those old school beepers that would light up your house at 30,030 in the morning with no mercy. I was working as a contractor sysadmin for this massive telco company, responsible for keeping the email system running for about 1,100 users. My boss was S, and we had another guy named B who could handle most of the day-to-day stuff. But that Saturday night, things took an unexpected turn. It's like deja vu all over again. You know how it is when you've been out late and then you get that early morning call? Well, I was in a really rough spot. Not only had we been out partying with neighbors until the wee hours of the morning, but by the time Jay called me at home around 30,030 a.m., I was definitely not fit to drive or work on any critical system. My wife handed me the phone and I could tell from her face that this wasn't going to be good. Jay told me there was an email outage and he needed it fixed immediately. When I mentioned I couldn't drive because of my state, Jay got angry. He said something about not trusting our backup sysadmin, B, even though B should have been on call according to the rotation schedule. So here's where things get interesting. What would you do in that situation? Jay hung up and it was all downhill from there. I ended up getting escorted out of the building by security. Can you imagine? Just like that. One moment, I'm working. The next, I'm being told to leave with no explanation or chance to fix things. But wait, here's where things take a dramatic turn. You see, S&M had my back. They knew how important it was for me to keep this job, not just for my career, but also financially. So while Jay was playing his little game of I'm the boss, these two were working behind the scenes to get me reinstated. Em even ran across the street to try and catch me before I left. She knew how much it would mean if I could come back, so she called my wife instead. That's right. Jay's plan was foiled by a woman who believed in me more than he did. My wife and I talked about it over lunch and decided we had no choice but to go back. And the moment came. I got that call from M&J. Can you believe it? He apologized. And then, almost like an afterthought, I could hear M say on speakerphone, "Jay, you're a fucking idiot." I didn't mind though. By this point, I was just relieved to have my job back. So here's the big question. How do you handle a situation where your boss tries to fire you and then calls you back 20 minutes later? What would you do if it happened to you? Would you stay or walk away? By now, you've seen how this story played out, from being thrown out of the office by security to getting an apology from my boss. It's a tale that reminds us sometimes things aren't always what they seem at first. I hope you enjoyed this journey with me today. If you did, hit that subscribe button and let's keep sharing stories like this one together. Thanks for tuning in.